Hello everyone, this is Sean from Kanen Coffee, and today we have a Zacconi Baby Lusso with us in the shop. Now this Baby Lusso is in really great condition for the age that it was in. The sole reason for that is that this machine was stored for 10 years in storage. Whether it was used before, I'm unsure. There's a few scratches. It seemed like it was used in its prior life. But yeah, this is in a really pristine condition, like almost a unicorn condition. And the reason why it's in the shop, you would think, it was in storage for a long time, there shouldn't be any issues with it. But what happens is these boiler gaskets, you kind of see them, they're blue now, the original ones are green. And then there's some in here that you can't see, some on the seam one. What happens after a long time of not using it is those gaskets get really hard and they start to leak. And when you leak out the boiler, it's pretty bad. Like, you don't want any pressure coming out of the boiler from anywhere. It's dangerous, and you're going to lose a lot of pressure trying to brew. And so what we did was to tune up on the machine. We replaced all the gaskets because, again, there's some gaskets in the group head that need to be changed because it just starts spurting everywhere. And then we replaced all the boiler gaskets except for this one right here, because this one usually doesn't have to change. It doesn't really do much. This isn't in contact with any of the boiler per se. This is connected to the heating element, and it's not pushing back pressure, so it usually never needs to be changed. So yeah, we replaced all the other gaskets, replaced gaskets on seam 1, gaskets on here. This is a new pressure stat. The old one wasn't working, 1, and then 2, it would shoot or it would have a lot of condensation in there and it would not read. And then we replaced the gaskets that go on the glass, replaced the glass itself. Then there's 2 gaskets that go there, and then we replaced the whole group head and cleaned your portafilter out. And so yeah, and we cleaned your safe one. So we're gonna brew a shot. So you can see I got my bed of coffee here with a good little space of coffee. And you're gonna want really fine coffee for these machines because it's using a lot of pressure to push that coffee through. And so you're wanting to, because you're pretty much opening the boiler, and so all that pressure that's built in there is going to try to go through your coffee. So you really want some really fine coffee for these lever machines. That goes for Zacconis, Electras, Pavonis, anything that's a lever-based boiler machine. And so what you're going to do is you're going to pull this lever up slowly, and then at the top you're going to feel and hear the water get into the group head. Now you're going to want to hold this out for around 8 seconds is a good amount. You pretty much what you're doing is pre-infusion, or water dampens your coffee bed. And now with even pressure, you want to push down. Again, evenly. You want to be as even as possible. You don't have a pressure gauge to tell you how much pressure you're pushing, so you really want to make sure it's even. There's some coffee coming up. Now again, this is my first time brewing with this machine, so and then of course the grounds and the calibration isn't set for this machine either, so we might have to do a double push. Yeah, we're just gonna pour a little bit of more water out. And of course, you could test around with this machine, play with it, make sure your grinds are perfect and stuff like that. We're just making sure that there's no leaking. It's coming from the portafilter, from the group head, from anywhere on the machine. Yeah. And then these machines, just you will get, at some point, you will get your shot correct, and you're gonna realize like, hey, it tastes good, but it's like really small amount. Now these machines are designed to make what us American folks call an Italian shot, and what that is it's just a smaller amount of coffee. These machines aren't made to make your typical double double espresso. Now they're going to be called double, like you have a double basket in your original one, but it's not technically an American double. So just know these machines make Italian shots. They're smaller portions, stuff like that. Which means you get to enjoy it more. Like you could drink more shots throughout your day and you won't have that much of a crash. So you could really enjoy your espresso machine a lot. Now we're going to test the steam one, because we did replace the gaskets on there because there was a lot of leaking going on, as you can see. Get nice pressure. going through your steam wand. Cool. One more thing about these machines I kind of wanted to mention is that these machines have an issue with getting coffee in the boilers. And so how that happens, because again, you're opening your boiler to your this and your boiler. There's once you open the lever, there's nothing stopping it from going backwards, and so sometimes you would put your portafilter in there and you'll run a shot, and coffee will go from your portafilter into your boiler. Now, to mitigate that, what you want to do is you want to first test your steam wand to see if there's steam coming out of your steam wand, and then when you see a lot of steam coming out of your steam wand, then you brew your shot. So at least you know that there's pressure in here that's strong enough to push the water out and not in. So yeah, that's about it for this repair. If you like this video or any of our other videos on our channel, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching.